Hi, my name is Tamara, and you are watching Things Even a Monkey Should Know. Hello, hello! Thank you so much for joining me again today. As you know, if you've watched some of my other videos, I'm not a professional anything except artist, but I have learned there are a number of things around the house and out in the yard and on my cars that I can do myself, and often save myself time, money, and aggravation. So I hope you have saved those things now too. Today we are starting the first in a series on reupholstering furniture, and in my case I am reupholstering a dining room set that's about 100 years old and looking pretty sad and tired. So this will really rejuvenate it, and I'm looking forward to finishing. So let's get started. Today being the first step, all that we are doing today is taking off our old upholstery covers and padding and whatever, and marking everything and getting ready for our next step. Now in my case, somebody put all of this stuff on with a bajillion staples, so it actually takes a long time, which is why we are breaking this into so many small steps, because it is totally doable and it helps if you don't try to do everything all at once. So what do we need today? Well, we need whatever it is we're reupholstering. In my case, it is, you see this? Do you think this is comfortable? Do you think people feel happy to sit in this when they think they're gonna fall all the way through and their buns are gonna touch the floor? No. So you need whatever it is you're reupholstering. You're gonna need, I know this is one of my paint buckets, but you're gonna need something to catch all those bajillion staples that you're gonna be removing. You're gonna need at least one towel, rag towel, maybe more. I have actually 3 in the area. You're gonna need stuff to remove staples and whatever else was possibly used to put this together. And if you have really old furniture that you're doing this to, there's a chance that it could be put together with who knows what. These are a combination of nails, staples, and some kind of pin or something. I don't know. Anyways, very creatively done, and looks like they used whatever they had on hand. So in my case, I have needle nose pliers. I have these excellent little pliers, which are great for pulling out nails and don't hurt your hands too much. And a small screwdriver, a flat blade screwdriver. That's for getting under those staples. If your staples are bigger or smaller, you may need different sizes of these screwdrivers. Also, a hammer in case you're removing nails. And you will also want to have a permanent marker or 2 to mark your, if you're doing multiple pieces at the same time like I am. I'm numbering all my chairs, and you want to save the fabric that you remove from them to use it as a pattern on your new fabric. So you'll want to mark your chair 1, 2, 3 or ABC. I don't care. Just mark it and make sure that you mark the corresponding fabric with the same letter, number, symbol, or whatever. I believe that is all, so let's get started. Now the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do while we're thinking about it is we're going to go ahead and number our chair. So this chair is number 4 in the series that I'm working on. I've taken apart 3 so far, and hooray for me, I have 4 more after this. So I'm going to go ahead and write 4 on that fabric. And I'm using, for this dust cover, I'm using a silver paint Sharpie silver paint pen, because it's the only thing I could find that would really show up on that fabric. So, also, since I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and number the front of the fabric, which, who cares if we write on this, right? Because we are replacing it. So I'm going to go ahead and write a big number 4 on there too. And once we get the chair, the wood of the chair inside actually exposed, I will go ahead and number that also. Why am I numbering each one? Well, because even though these chairs are all the same basic shape, they're not exactly the same shape or dimensions, because as it turns out, they were not machine made. So they're a little bit different, and I really want to have the previous patterns to use, or the previous fabric to use, because it will make a very helpful pattern whenever I am cutting out the new fabric. So what we're going to do and this one, yay, doesn't have quite the number of staples as the other one, but we're just going to start this painstaking process of pulling out staples. And I like to loosen them and then pull them out with my little pliers. I'm not going to make you watch me do all of this in regular time because, wow, that's like watching paint dry. Now, if y'all have any better ways of pulling out or removing staples, I am all ears. Please post them in the comments. This is the best that I know how to do, is use these nice little flat pliers. And some of the staples will come out without loosening them ahead of time, but most of them are not because they are totally buried in the fabric. So let's just get removing. I'm going to pause from our fast work for just a minute just to mention that one of the rag towels that I have is a small one, so that if I'm in an area that's really awkward, and it would help me a lot to be able to press on the wood, so that I can just wrap this around this wood so that I don't damage it by using it for leverage. See that? So now that staple is loose, and I have not given myself any more work restoring these than I already have. Last but not least, I am going to write a number 4 on the inside of this chair. Well, it will never be seen again once we have finished with the upholstery. This is garbage. We are going to put in a plywood seat, or a custom cut seat, which we will make in the next video. Those were rotting. I mean, there's no telling how old they were, so we're not going to try to maintain what we had, because these just failed a long time ago. And also the stuffing, we are not keeping the stuffing because I'm going to be putting in dense and medium weight foam for the padding. So whatever all of this stuff is, which is incredibly dusty and disgusting, I am throwing it away also. Now, you saw that we have these edges here. I am not doing this with my next fabric. It's going to be a fabric that's really too thick to make these, and also I'm doing something totally different.